This is your WW3 News. What's going on with this archaeology Middle Eastern war? You probably may have seen on social media, for example, India, one of those cities, the East has been hit by fuel shortages. It's not a question of price of the commodity, it's the question of the availability of it. There were people queuing up, and obviously they are most sceptical for shortages for various motives, infrastructure, GDP and stuff like that. And seeing this thing continues to drag on, this so-called, shortage of this of fuel, unless they don't find alternatives, which will be more expensive, now they turn into Russia for it. And obviously, the Iranians have got the world for its balls, and they're playing it cool because they can make the price of one crude barrel astronomical, $200 for example. And for now, it's artificially blocked. $90, $100, okay, fair enough. All the shit it's Trump and his administration have been saying. You probably know 48 hours and 5 days. And we even got Fox News talking about a possible landing sites to obtain control of the Hormuz Straits. Excuse me, if you're doing a military operation, you're going to keep it secret. You don't give a press release to Fox News. That the Marines, the Rangers, and Navy SEALs are going to land there. You're giving your game away, even if you keep it as a secret. There's always someone who's watching for them or passing information. It's the Chinese or the Russians. Also been talking about the automatic registration bill, which in America, which anyone who's 18 is automatically registered. Why? Because they may need you for some conflict. It could be this one, World War III. And the requirements for recruitments, I think it was 36 and now it's pushed up to 42. And obviously, if you're stone dead, you're fit for the battle as cannon fodder. Mind you, they'll be pushing people 60, 55, 60s to the battlefield when World War III explodes, because when they put their boots on the ground there, the real stuff will start. The real killing fields. And the problem is, it's not just America which is going to be involved, because they want even Europe as well to pay their so-called contribute. They said, they probably say, how many people died in Normandy in the Second World War, or various other battles of that era. And obviously, most European leaders are under the blackmail of, yet again, of the Americans, the imperialist Americans. Don't forget, not many people told you, or will tell you, because it will just spook people. America, as an empire, is on its last leg. There are 3 points for the fall of an empire. And throughout history has occurred is, financially speaking, the federal debit it's gone beyond $40 trillion. Every 100 days is adding $1 trillion of interest on the top of it. And the cost of keeping these military machines there is $2 billion a day as operating costs. And Trump has asked $200 billion just for, you know, as a deposit for what's going to come. And this means this so-called 5-day war, 3-day war will drag on. And like all wars, America got itself in the middle. They had lost. And especially those most recent, and in the memory of history, I should say, Vietnam. How many Americans lost their lives in Vietnam? For what? For a political war? Or how many of those who suffer from the syndrome of shell shock, psychological, physical injuries? No one talks about them. Modern warfare, they have very efficient killing machines, and they can kill more people than they did before so far in history. Obviously, targeting civilians, which is a war crime. There is no more honour in war. There's no more respect as once before. The First World War was declared by respective parts through official due process, through their parliaments, whether it's corrupt or a dictatorship, whatever. You can't just give an order and start sending people down there, which so far has been a reckless adventure. This, I think, for the Americans, Nikons and warmongers, it's going to be a very sticky situation. It's a bit like pedaling up a creek, you know, with a boat, and you keep going down, and you're probably sinking the ship. Probably the same situation. Well, slowly, there's going to be shortages of fuel in the West. What will happen? As I mentioned yesterday, Rutte has conjured up in one of his speeches 2 days ago a coalition of the willing, 22 nations that send their battleships down there to be attacked and dragged in a war which they never asked for. Did we ask for war? No. It's always politicians which cock up. The problem is, when it comes to war, it's always the civilians which pay. Mind you, if there is an aftermath, who knows, we may even go nuclear or make a mass casualty event on a global level. It's not necessarily has to be nuclear. It could be an EPM. Sorry, an EMP. Or absolute financial collapse leads to social uprise, and will spark off you know, these small regional wars here and there. This is the forecast. But how long Trump can keep with his bottle crap and bullshit the markets and the punters happy? It's a question of time. Even that has a limit as well.